Are there times when tasks that are traditionally handled by a dominant can be done by the submissive as an act of service? This might be a bad example, but maybe like planning or organizing if it's not the dominant strong suit and the submissive has those skills. Could that be something the sub does without it feeling like they're stepping out of line if it was discussed ahead of time? What does the dominant say? Does the dominant have their own flow in the chaos that they enjoy? And the submissive doesn't like the disorganization. And so they're trying to be helpful by jumping in when the dominant did not ask them to do it. Then no, it's not appropriate. It's all about the dominant. So, like I said, if the dominant thrives in their chaos and the submissive is trying to be helpful, but it's actually a move of control, that's not going to do good. But if the dominant is like, in my position, I love to be organized. I'm extremely organized. But right now, I have so many projects that it's a struggle to stay organized on a daily basis. At that point, then yes, it would be extremely helpful for a submissive to go, hey, ma'am, mistress, goddess, queen, I see that you are struggling to maintain your desired level of organization. Would it be helpful for you if I jumped into that? In which case, I would say yes at this juncture. So it really depends on the personality of the dominant, what's going on in the dynamic as a whole. And again, I think we're kind of leaning into like a reactive and proactive service. Does the dominant prefer reactive or proactive? Does the dominant want the submissive to constantly be scanning for opportunities to jump in and serve? Is that pleasing and helpful to the dominant, or does the dominant feel controlled and kind of infringed upon if that happens? D says, I suppose it depends on the heart of the submissive and who instigates the service. Yeah, it's all about preference and personalities and all of that. Yeah, I get it. The times when people want things done a specific way. So if someone is trying to be helpful and proactive but does it incorrectly, yeah, it can create more hassle, more it can actually cost more time if the dominant has to go back and explain and redirect and retrain and so absolutely these are all factors to consider. Lots of communication. Is the sub providing a service or taking control? There it is. And to me, that is a matter of preference for every dominant. And Dee's really talking about reactive and proactive service. Absolutely. Absolutely.